And now all of this, the rigorous electoral process will culminate to the formation of the 18th Lok Sabha in the Parliament. Once the votes captured in the EVMs over those 40 days are taken into account, after the counting is concluded, the process gets over, we'll have the members of the 18th Lok Sabha. The total number of Lok Sabha seats are 543. The magic number to form the new government, the majority mark, is very important, 272. If you look at the graphics, NDA already has one seat. That's the Surat seat of Gujarat that the BJP, the NDA, have already backed. So therefore, we're showing one against NDA in the graphics that you see. So one seat out of 543 is already decided.
Where the India Alliance and others have yet to open the account because the counting officially starts sharp at 8 a.m. And we on DD India will continue to get the trends, first, accurate, incisive numbers only on your channel DD India. And since we spoke about the 7 rigorous phases of electioneering spread across the length and breadth of the country, now let's take a quick look at the whole electoral process, which was held in 7 phases from April 19th to 1st of June. So these are the states which went to polls in phase 1. It began on 19th in Tamil Nadu, the Union Territory of Puducherry, Uttarakhand, Hilly State, Meghalaya Northeast, Mizoram in Northeast, Nagaland in Northeast, Sikkim in Northeast, including Lakshadweep, and 102 constituencies went to polls in the first phase. And the states are right on your screens. Eligible voters in 21 states and Union Territories exercised their franchise, and I think it was around 62% of the voting percentage at the end of the first phase.
So those are the updates on phase 1. We'll just take you through the 7 phases, the most important details of it. From phase 1, let's go across to phase 2 now. We're right now showing you the states or parts of the states that went to polls in phase 1. Now let's talk about phase 2 of the general elections 2024. 89 constituencies across 13 states went to polls in the second phase on April 26th. The map that we are showing you on your screens right now, it looks blank. The counting is yet to begin. Once the counting begins at 8 a.m. sharp this morning, this map will begin to populate, and phase-wise we'll be getting you all the updates there. You see the principal parties, the BJP, the Congress and the others. Okay, let's talk about phase 2 and what were the important features of it. 89 constituencies across 13 states went to polls in the second phase of general elections on April 26th. This phase included all 20 seats in Kerala, 14 seats in the southern state of Karnataka, 13 in Rajasthan, 8 each in Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. We look at the voter turnout. The voter turnout stood at 66.71%. Voter turnout was recorded in phase 2, Sakal.
Okay, so after phase 2, let's move on to the next graphic. That is phase number 3. That's right on your screens. This was held on May 7th, phase 3. Encompassing 93 constituencies across 11 states and union territories, and with the BJP securing Surat unopposed. 25 seats in Gujarat went to polls in this phase. Polling was also held in Maharashtra, in Uttar Pradesh. 80 seats, remember, they're one of the most populated states. Absolutely. And critical also in terms of numbers, very significant. And the second most important being that of Maharashtra with 48 seats in offing. Karnataka, down south, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, northeast Assam, West Bengal as well as Goa. Now, there were 9 seats in Madhya Pradesh, that's the central Indian state, including Betul, where elections were deferred earlier, also went to polls on 7th of May. Now, as per the Election Commission of India, again, 65.6% voter turnout was recorded at the end of phase 3.
Absolutely. And the one again that you see against the BJP is the Surat seat, the results of which were decided unopposed. So after phase 3, let's talk about the fourth phase of general elections 2024. 96 constituencies, Sakal, went to polls across 10 states, union territories. In the fourth phase, this was on May 13th. This phase included 25 seats of Andhra Pradesh, so all the seats of Andhra Pradesh, 17 seats across Telangana, 13 seats in Uttar Pradesh, big state of Uttar Pradesh,
Yes.
voting across 7 phases of these elections. 11 seats in Maharashtra, 8 seats each in Madhya Pradesh and West Bengal. Polling was also held for 1 seat of Jammu and Kashmir. 69.16% voter turnout was recorded in this phase of polling. It also looks like the highest,
Yes.
polling percentage, Sakal,
Yes.
in these 7 phases
And
of
this
elections.
was the peak of the summer.
That
the
is
peak.
right.
I mean, the summer still continues,
Yes.
the Indian summer, unprecedented heat wave conditions amidst which all the electioneering took place. And now let's move on to the phase number 5 on your screens, please, where 49 constituencies were spread over 6 states and 2 union territories in phase 5. This phase also, in fact, recorded the lowest, and the lowest was 62.2% voter turnout. However, the Baramulla constituency in Jammu and Kashmir recorded an all-time highest voter turnout of 59%. 49 seats in phase 5.
Those are the figures of the phase 5, and again we're showing you that map. It will soon be populated once at 8 o'clock sharp.
Yes.
The counting begins. Right now the map looks a little blank. The scores will also be updated against the principal parties, the BJP, the Congress and others. We'll also look at the numbers alliance-wise. From phase 5, let's turn to phase 6. The 6th phase of the general elections was held for 57 seats in 7 states and union territories. Eligible voters in national capital Delhi, Haryana, parts of Odisha, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh exercised their franchise in this phase on May 25th. 63.67% voter turnout was recorded in the 6th phase of the general elections.
And now switching to last and the final and the penultimate phase, the last round or the last over, they say. 7th phase in Lok Sabha elections 2024 was held for 58 parliamentary constituencies on 1st of June that covered 8 states and union territories. All seats in Punjab and hilly state of Himachal Pradesh and parts of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Orissa, they went to polls in the last phase of general elections for 57 constituencies spread across these states. And the results will be out sharp at 8 a.m. when the initial leads will start trickling in from all these states.
Right, so those were the summary of the rigorous 7 phases of general elections. The phases of general elections that are behind us now, what's ahead of us is the counting at 8 a.m. sharp, as Sakal mentioned. The counting of votes is going to begin. We'll be getting minute-to-minute updates on.
And it's interesting.
The poll
minimum,
update.
the minimum voter turnout recorded was 62-point-something% and maximum 69. So overall, a good voter turnout, a mean average being 63 or 65% and above.
Absolutely, as